Channing Tatum, welcome to Dallas.
Thank you, sir.
And we're here to talk about your movie, The Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what special preparations you had to do in order to play a Roman soldier.
I'd done some horseback riding pretty much throughout my whole life. I grew up in Alabama and in the South in general, and so I'd done that a good bit, but not to the extent of this. And then also like swordplay and fighting. I've pretty much done martial arts my whole life as well, so I had a leg up on Jamie just because I had done it a little more. But Jamie learns faster than I do, so I mean he he picked it up pretty quick. But I mean we did about 3 weeks of really intense, like 6 hours a day fight training. Choreography, tweaking it, changing it, just conditioning. Because when the day came that you gotta get up there and fight, it's we're gonna have 13 hours of fight. So it's pretty intense. You do it, you reset, do it again, reset, do it again, reset, change the camera angle, do it again, reset, do it again, reset. And Kevin, he really wanted to be able to do the entire thing, the whole thing, like as one big long run. So we had to condition train as well.
Do you think of this, Channing, as kind of a turning point in your film career? It's a different role than you've played before. It's not a romantic lead at all. It's more an action. Are you going to be like an action here?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of just want to keep trying to find great directors like Kevin to work with. I don't care what they're doing. If I play waiter number one in in a Coen Brothers film, that's fine with me. I think it's really truly about the material and the filmmaker, because you can have a great piece of material, and if you don't have a great director, it's just not going to come true. It's not going to be a good film. Doesn't matter what, unless you get just insanely lucky. A film is a direct mirror of the director.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you recommend more for a vacation destination, Scotland or Hungary?
It depends on the time of year. Man, if you go to Scotland in the winter, you better bring wet weather gear and like a wetsuit. I mean, it rains in Scotland every day. I don't care where you are. It is some amount of rainy every single day. I've never been there during the summer, but at least that's how it is in the winter. But it's just you can't get away from the cold because it's so moist, it's so wet that it just cuts right through you. But Budapest is amazing. We were there during the kind of the warmer part of the year, and it was pretty amazing. It was pretty awesome, and I loved Budapest for its its own charm. And Scotland, if I was just going to visit and hang out, then I would have probably picked Scotland. But if you're gonna go shoot a movie in the winter in Scotland, you better be doing a modern day piece where you can wear like normal clothes and not really thin, cheap leather that's soaked all the way through. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, your relationship to the character of Eska is a major part of the film.
Yeah.
So how did you and Jamie Bell approach your scenes together?
We really kind of came from, we really wanted to understand where they came from, why they are who they are and how do they become who they are. What were the things, Jamie doesn't believe at all. Like, he's sort of lost his faith. And I'm a full believer, but I'm sort of going on a suicide mission, and I have some pretty messed up views on politics and Rome. Not messed up, just like unclear, and I don't have all the pieces to work with. And we both just sort of stood our ground on each side, and then I eventually understand where he's coming from, and then vice versa. I kind of restore his faith, in something higher.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's next for Channing Tatum?
I have a movie called The Vow coming out next year. It's a back to the romantic thing with Rachel McAdams. And then in April of this year, I go to do 21 Jump Street. It's like a big, huge, broad, crazy action comedy with Jonah Hill. Mm-hmm. So that'll be great. It's maybe the most insane script I've ever read in my life.
Great.
Yeah.
And you've got your own production company.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Just wrapped up our first little project, little film called 10 Year. It's about a 10-year reunion. Follows like 3 stories throughout their 10-year, and it's kind of a free-form type film, like a diner, or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, best of luck going forward.
Thank you,
And,
sir.